Hi everyone, it's Mark at LeagueAthletics.com here to show you the new Facility Manager tool that we've just added. Once I'm logged into my site as the administrator, I can then go up to Admin, then Facilities, and then the Facility Manager here. So you'll notice that this is a little bit different here. Originally it was just a layout of some date pickers at the top here, and then there was a grid that showed you which events were going on the different facilities that you could pick. However, it wasn't very interactive. We were just looking basically at data displayed there. You weren't able to modify anything. But now in the new Facility Manager, we can pick and choose which facilities we'd want to look at schedules for. We can also add new events from here. And I'll show you how to edit existing events that we have created here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pick from the facilities that we want to see schedules for. You can notice that the little house icon specifies that this is one of your home fields. And then the games will display in green, and non-games such as practices would display in the yellow color there. So I'll start off by choosing a few of my facilities here, and I'll click search. This is going to find all of the events that occur on these facilities, and if we hover over one, you'll see that we've got the facility name at the top, and then we've got the type of event, and then the teams that are going to be involved in this event as well. Now, a couple of cool things here is that if you have rights to edit events, you're going to be able to grab these events and drag them around and then drop them wherever you'd like them to be. So for example, I'll drop this one down here. And if we have a successful update, you'll see just a little pop-up here at the top that'll come up and then eventually fade out. So you can do this in a couple of ways. We can drag this to the correct location. This actually brings up a great point here. So we're doing conflict checking at the same time. So if there's a conflict that exists with either the facility or the team that's being booked here, we're going to alert you to that, and you can cancel that, and it will go ahead and move the event back to the original time. Or you can go ahead and override this by clicking OK, and it's just going to override those settings and let you save the game anyway. Now back to editing the events here. If you have events that you're dragging around the calendar, we can even resize them and change the amount of time that it takes up. So for example, I'm going to change this one to be 3 hours in length. It's going to tell me that I don't have any available time, but I can click OK and go ahead and update that anyway. On our schedule now, it's going to show that that game is 3 hours in length. So I'll go ahead and just size that back down, click OK because there's a conflict, and now we've got that event saved. I can do this with games or practices. I can also switch over to a monthly view. If we had a practice maybe that occurred sometime in the past and we want to move it up into the future, we can do that. We can do this with both games and practices. And then once we've moved our games around this way, we can also edit the individual details of an event. So if you need to modify this game, modify the teams, or perhaps you want to modify something else about the event, a note, or assign officials, you can just actually click directly on the event, and it'll take you to the event details page to go ahead and modify the details regarding that event. When we get back here, we'll have to do a search again to see our updated events here. So we've got our events listed out here. If you're not logged in and you are able to view the facility manager, clicking on this will just take you to the event details page. It's not going to allow you to edit or modify anything. So this can be made available to coaches. So when they're logged in, they can view things that are going on the same facility. But if they don't have rights to edit the events, then they would just be able to see a list or see a outline like this. I'm Mark at League Athletics. I hope you enjoy the new Facility Manager.